Hello and welcome back to Strawman Gaming, where today we are looking at a game called Dead Cells. This is an early access game made and published by a company called Motion Twin, and it's a great story of how early access can be done right. As you can see on screen, it says Update 5, the Foundry update, has been released and is in the game. So this game has had continually support, they've listened to community feedback, they've tweaked things, and they really have changed things dramatically. I first saw this game on a Let's Play series by Northern Lion, and the game that we have now is quite radically different to how it was then in terms of how it's balanced, how you level up, yeah, lots of things. So we're going to play, and we're going to reset slot 1. Okay, so we're gonna do a fresh save. Gonna do a fresh save. Is that racist? New game. What plot there is, I'm not particularly down on. You start as what appears to be some sort of glowing sneeze, and you kind of worm your way back into a body, and that's kind of all you get. I have a sword. What have I got? This is my rusty sword. That's all I have. Doors can be opened with RB, or they can be smashed, if you're not a little girl, with X. Hello, mister. You wouldn't happen to be the headless chap now, would you? Me? Thumbs up. ... Ellipses. Well, nothing to say for yourself. Oh. Well, yes. I see the problem. My head is a sneeze, and not a genuine head. I suppose you didn't think to find yourself back here. I suppose you didn't think you'd find yourself back here. Nope, but surely you must have noticed. Noticed what, sir? You can no longer die. So, you may have noticed we've switched a game where death is a permanent feature and you hit things with swords, to a game where you hit things with sword, but death is a permanent feature. You know, I've really pushed the boat out with this one, but this is more of a roguelite, rogue-like. So it's a game that is not like Rogue, but it has elements from Rogue, like permanent upgrades, permanent death, stuff like that. So I guess it's a dungeon crawler with roguelike elements. That's probably going to upset the least amount of people. I still don't understand. It was like this with the others for a while. Okay. You can do better than this. You don't know me. I'm going to take this. So in the bottom right you can see it says pause 0 seconds. That's because as soon as I go through this door, a timer starts, and that timer counts down to there are doors that lock automatically when you approach them after a certain amount of time. So once I start this, I'm on the clock. I'm not going to get those doors for quite a while, but let's start killing things. So we have a primary and a secondary. The bow's ammo, if it gets stuck in an enemy, you don't get it back until they've died. We have dodge roll, because this is just 2D Dark Souls, but a roguelite, light. And we go along and we mash people. So... okay, so chicken, it's HP, but I haven't been hit yet. And smashing doors also stuns things, so that's quite useful. Exploring is incentivized because enemies drop dead cells, which you can say I have 3 of in the bottom right, just to the left of the minimap. And dead cells are this game's upgrade currency for weapons. You don't necessarily upgrade yourself. Well, you do, but not with dead cells. You upgrade yourself with scrolls, and some items have upgrades. So here you have a chest. These can be mimics. I don't know if there's any visible tell. Well, they're not mimics, they're just trap chests. What is that? So this is new since I last saw it. But this is a skill. So if you'll notice, I pause, yeah. So this is purple, this is red, and this is purple. That means if I level up my purple thing, which I think is skill. It used to be strength, skills, and health, but now I think it's brutality, cunning, and protection or something like that. But we'll see as we go on. So that means this scales with purple, this scales with red, and anything green will scale with green. Normally I would scale red, but no, it's not called red, it's called brutality. But I'm told that's a noob trap. But I am a noob, so that's not what I meant to do. Get circular sword. Oh, okay. And you have to be near these things to power them. So it's not really new. It's just why are you telling me to roll? Because I took damage, probably. There's an item called the horizontal turret, which is now called the is to be called the sinew slicer. This is where an element of the metroidvania comes into the game. It says rub the mummy and nothing happens. You pick up a rune later that lets you use the mummies as teleporters. But I haven't got that. And there's also a vine that you can tickle. I think it says tickle. That see, they get that little exclamation mark above their head. I always want to kind of edit in. This is a lot of work, so I'm not going to do it. Do I have 1,000 gold for a double shot bow? Yeah, I'll upgrade my bow. Yes, replace that. Oh yeah, these can be broken down for gold now. Oh, cannot be sold. Okay, it's actually beginner bow. What was I saying? Yeah, when you get that little yellow thing, that kind of makes you want to do a Metal Gear Solid alert noise. Idiotic. Also, the thing that should be noted is, one, I don't have a healing item as yet, and two, when you get hit, your health bar in the bottom left turns. Okay, so it's called Brutality, Tactics, and Survival. Oh! So that's another change. It used to be that when you upgraded strength, all you got was bonus to your strength. And if you needed health, you had to go survival. Whereas now, they all give you an equal amount of health. So I think that makes a lot more paths much more viable, actually. Because it used to be you could be extremely strong, but kind of glass cannony. Now it's... you're not really incentivized one way or another. Let's go tactics, you know, let's mix things up a bit. Yeah. Ow. Don't know this is actually hitting. Oh, he's got a shield, so probably not. I'm gonna die, because I'm stupid. I'm trying to use shields that don't make me... I'm not comfortable with. See, this is, you know, I'm very new to the game. Should have taken smashing. Should have taken brutality. Although 2 shots to kill something. Oh, it's diminished return, so it only gives 30% health now. So it's trying to encourage us to make more balanced builds. So I'll go brutality because that gives me more health, so I get to heal slightly more. Is there still a turkey leg back here? Oh, it's chicken up here. I kind of feel like I need that or I will die. So there's a smashable floor here, which is another bit of Metroidvania that I haven't got yet. And there's also shields in the game, but they used to be terrible, and then they got buffed and they were less terrible, and so much has changed now that they might be genuinely really good now. I don't know. But might as well attack from a range, because... Oh! This is a blueprint. So if we take this to the end of the level, we can unlock that. This is it's now called the Nutcracker. Maybe it was always called Nutcracker, I don't know. Electric Whip and Frost Blast. This one's purple and red, so it scales with both. So stuff like that can be really good with a quality build like the one I'm kind of starting down the road towards at the minute. Promenade of the Condemned, that's the next area, but I don't think I've got everything here. There's also the Toxic Sewers, which is a different level path, so there might be something up here. And I think there's 2... Oh, Bear Trap. Oh, that's probably a teleport, so I can't get to that. That's what you get for not smashing doors. But we're going to continue exploring. I don't know how often I'm going to make these videos, because with it being a permadeath game... Oh, this is a secret. permadeath game, I find that really depressing to play. Like, it's really satisfying when you make progress, but you can just, especially in this game, things can turn against you very quickly, and you can just die and straight back to square one. Stats of 111, no items, well, an item, but it's a level 1 item. The more you unlock, the more likely you are to get different ones. Yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know how people can play roguelikes for a long time and not get really disheartened or frustrated. So I'll do my best. So this is the vines you can tickle. Nothing happens. Where's the chicken? Further up, okay. So we can't go any further. We can only go to the Promenade of the Condemned, which is fine. That's the way I would have gone, because it's the easier way. And in this early stage, I don't need to be making things harder for myself. Another mummy robe I can do nothing with. But this, I don't think that hurts you, I think it just stuns you. This is, without question, a difficult game. Even watching people online that are good at it, they still make it look hard. You know, some games people make it look easy. Not, in my experience, not this one. This one always looks tricky. Okay, so we get to go and meet a man that is half, like, turkey baster, half... Yeah, what? It's kind of strange. You again. Interesting. I am the collector, and about the closest thing to company you will get down here. In exchange for the cells you pillage from your foes, I can provide you with a few useful items. If you uncover any blueprints, I may be able to provide you with some more experimental items. So the upgrade screen's changed. So this is very different. Why is that locked? I've got the blueprint. Well, I assume I have to do this first. Right. So this lets you take more gold into your next run, and recycling lets you sell weapons like that you drop. So the blood sword's pretty good because it does damage over time. So let's invest in that. At this early stage, you don't get a lot of cells. Mutate. What? This is new. Talk to this guy. I'm really happy I found this great stinking pile of corpses. You're a weird man. I can't even imagine all the stuff to find in here. So what's a mutation? Oh, okay. So this is cool. So that's healing over time. That incentivizes more aggressive play. Makes your tactics better. And that's a respawn. So this item here used to be a like a necklace or a collar. So it's cool that that's different. I don't want that, despite having quite a lot of ranged weapons. I do play quite aggressively normally, so let's go with that. So this is what I mean. They have spent a lot of time and effort investing in the game and changing things and really getting something that people are happy with. And the game feel's always been excellent, but just these constant tweaks and improvement really does make early access feel like something that isn't fundamentally scummy, which it kind of has been tarnished by things like asset flips and what have you. How do we get up here? Because there's an item up there. Well, there used to be. Yeah, here we go. Assassin's Dagger, which I think does more damage from behind, because the weapons in this crit, and they crit really hard. Some of them anyway. And some of them... Okay, so I've got that one above my head means I've got more damage for a limited period. But the weapon enemy density seems quite low. Well, lower than I remember anyway. Okay, so that doesn't presently stack. Maybe I get one new mutagen every level. There's that guy. What's the word that you... Oh. So I have to come back here. To come back here with a set of keys. That's new. I don't know where they are. Not Not decimate. What do you do? Desecrate. Until that guy desecrates another corpse and I can get another mutagen from it. Which isn't a center. Can you do wall? I think you can do wall jumps later, but I think that's another metroidvania ability you unlock. The first of which we... Is that a rose? I wonder who you take that to. Again, that's new. So, there's another rose over there. Oh, there's a woman. How... Yeah, 5 minutes ago. I know I spent a lot of time pissing about, but you still have to be very quick. So what's this script with this woman whose face is glowing? She's new. Reminds me of Spelunky, where you have the women in that you can sacrifice on an altar to get more damage or items or something. But you didn't take them flowers, so I don't know what that's about. I'm just gonna heal. Something I found in this game, and it's not the game's fault, I think it's my fault, is that I find myself, when I try and jump over spikes, I find myself doing like a downward smash accidentally. So if you press down when you're in the air, you do that, but if you're just moving straight left, you do a double jump. But I'm like, I've been moving straight left, double jumping, just smash down spikes. I'm sure it's because it happened once and I've started panicking about it and I've got all up my own butt about it, but it's still, I don't recognise you. Ooh, Skull of Power. You know, you used to get, I think that was plus 15% damage. It used to be plus 40% damage, and it was multiplicative. So the first one took you up, if you're, you know, base damage, the first one would take you up to like, say you're at 100% damage, take you to 140, they give you another 40% of that again. So it wouldn't take you to 180, it would take you to... Maths is hard, so 1.4 times that, so 1.4 times 1.4 damage, rather than just like a flat 40. So when you got to like 7 or 8 upgrades, you really did get very powerful. We are still broke though. What is this? KO shield? Okay. So even though I've played this and I've kind of followed it for a little while, this... I think I've been away for 2 updates at this point. So I'm a little behind the curve with knowing what's going on. Can I just... Oh, you teleport. That's horrifying. Okay, you've become much harder than you used to be. Training dummies. These provide shields for enemies near them. I don't know why. And I seem to be drifting there. Maybe he pushes me away from him. Teleporter. Let's go down. I shouldn't bring that... Well, you have to bring them up because the button's on the way. There's mostly not contact damage with enemies as far as I can tell. So you can just jump at them and smash them with your sword. So that's that shop I couldn't afford. I can't get down to that woman, I don't think. The bow isn't without uses. No, I don't want to completely neglect my tactics, especially as I get diminished returns on health. That kind of incentivizes me to spread my points around. But for the minute, well, mummy rub. Okay, I think we get the mummy rub. No, we get the vines first, so that unlocks more paths for us. But they both, you should get one on your first run and one on your second run, unless you die. But you've got no... I'm going to say this, and it will cut to 2 minutes from now when I'm dead. We've got no real reason to die as yet. Like, they don't ramp things up that quickly. Like, the game is a very completable, until the first boss. And the first boss is the first, like, real challenge. Well, the first real... I'm gonna die. First real serious challenge. But again, I'm playing a game I haven't technically played before here. Because it's, wow, we're raking these in. I'd really like to get to the end of the level and be able to hand these in. So you get scrolls like this that force you to choose between one of these. So I guess purple to make my bow better. I've got a skill I've not been using. Because you can kind of scum enemies if you, like this one. I put that up there. And then just kind of stay near it. It'll do my job for me. I'm making things much harder than it needs to be. You can see the countdown in the bottom left. Now it's off cooldown. Get hit for absolutely no reason there. Well, apart from being a talentless hack, but no good reason. So yeah, there's not there's not a lot of complexity to the game, but oh, that applies bleed. Excellent. But there's enough to make you think. 'Cause you've got your rolls, you've got your double jumps, you've got your X, your Y, your left trigger, your right trigger. Which, 4 buttons. Well, 5 if you include jump. Shouldn't really be beyond me, but it does, like... Did that do health damage? Okay, so another vine tickler. Vine tickler sounds like a horrible thing. I mean, Vine's dead now, but there is talk of Vine too. We can imagine a vine tickler being some horrible Jake Paul-esque idiot that just goes around tickling people and ruining their day. Oh, end of level. Let's just check the map to make sure. That was a... couldn't get there. There's a kebab. I don't know how I missed that. So they're not roses, they're gardener's keys. Oh, they must be for this. Has this been on the screen the whole time? No. Okay, it comes back for the menu. Good. This is not the end of the level. Oh, shite. I'm gonna die, because this is an elite enemy, and I have not... I did not go and get the kebab. And there we have it. So all those cells are gone, all those items are gone, and we go back to the start, and this guy will say something smug about, oh look, you're dead. Back already? Screw you, mister. Well, it doesn't need to be going all that well for you. No, no, no. Have you noticed how everything seems a little different each time? Yes, I have. The walls of the labyrinth shift. One could think the island is alive. I wonder if... What do you make of all this? Get lost. So, let's get back to here. And that is where I'm going to end the episode. If you liked the episode, click the like button, leave a comment down below. It's a new series, so I'd really appreciate any likes you've got to give. If you didn't like the episode, hit the dislike button and leave a comment down below saying what you didn't like about it. It's a new series, it doesn't have to stay. I make new content, including this and several other series, every single day, so if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. This has been Strawman Gaming, I'm your Strawman, and I will see you tomorrow.